and the North Dakota State Bison. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Hey guys, I caught up with Coach Harley pregame. He understands coming off that emotional upset win against the #1 team in the country last week could add a lot of fuel to their fire, but he does not want them focused on that. If they're focused on what they did last week, they won't be locked in and do their
The ball is teed up, and the Bison ready to kick it away and get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Huskies offense going to get the chance to start this game off. There's Telly Johnson Jr. He may not be the best-known star around, but man, does this team love what he brings.
Well, he's a very special talent at running back, and in the future, it'll be interesting to see if he sticks around. Obviously, it's a long season, a long way to go. He's got a lot of ability. He's got speed, he can break tackles, he can catch the football. No question this year, this guy is going to be the whole key to the offense.
He is, and I tell you what, to watch in this matchup where they're kind of outmatched at most positions, how can he still make an impact on this game? Making guys miss, like doing it by himself, or can his offensive line pave the way a little bit and maybe be neutral to get him some of those matchups? But he is the one guy on this offense that can make life very, very difficult for you, and the other defense knows that. Really curious to watch how this unfolds.
They kick it away on 4th down. Not a lot of room to field this one. No room to bring it back. And now North Dakota State gets its first chance to go on offense. And they've got the veteran, this senior quarterback, to guide the ship. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass. Running inside, it's Scott. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. So they're facing 3rd and short from the 25. Just going to keep it after the snap. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Kick is in the air. Makes the catch at the 30. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Right side, it's Fowler. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down. The Huskies can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll give it to Johnson. Shakes off the defender. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down. Caught, it's Thompson. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Johnson. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. He'll try to get to the marker himself. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. This Northern Illinois offense continues to move quickly. Intercepted! Oh, what a play! Right down the gut of the field. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain. No harm, no foul.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Handoff again. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Hayes. He's got it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. In the backfield, it's Collins. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. The play fake. He finds a soft spot in the middle. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. He'll set up to throw. Looking to the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. The snap sets up to throw. Looking for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Right on the money, he makes the grab in the end zone.
That's a nice job by the offense there in their second drive. I know in the opening possession you go 3 and out, you're scratching your head. That didn't obviously go the way you wanted to, but a good job of sort of collecting yourselves, going through the next couple play calls and making sure everybody's back on the same page. We saw this offense, David, on this drive really be in sync and finally find the rhythm.
You got to like the answers, right? Like sometimes you come out, sometimes you're situated and you're ready to rock and roll and it comes out hot. Sometimes it doesn't, but I like the response. Their defense does their job, gets them the football back. They come out, execute. Nice job getting on the scoreboard.
And they tacked on the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Right back to it. They make the stop right there, but Northern Illinois has the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They'll move the tight end. Sells the run, looking to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. And that is where defensive ends make their money, by getting to the quarterback and knocking him down.
Dang Skippy. That's what you want to be. You want to be a double-digit sack guy. You want to be a guy that puts pressure on the quarterback. Playing the run is fun, but I want to get quarterbacks, and I want to make their life hard.
And the Huskies, now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Quickly to the tight end. Couldn't find any more room up the sideline, and he's pushed out of bounds at the 36. 3rd and long, a lot of ground to cover. From the gun, wants to pass. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. 2nd time today they've been forced to punt. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Pulled and fired complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. They'll go to the counter. They were all over it. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. The number one job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. Makes a move. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Northern Illinois offense to go on the attack. Down by a touchdown, and we'll see if they can get on the board with this drive. Off play action on first down. Heaves it on the run. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Straight ahead, it's Johnson. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. Rush right in his face. Really good running. Gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Caught. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Northern Illinois.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Working the middle. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. Offense will try to get some momentum going on 1st and 10.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Finds his man on the RPO. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. From the gun, it's Mitchell. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. Motion from the back. Looking to pass. It's Hayes. Out wide left, it's Mitchell. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground. From the gun. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. He'll pull it down. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. 3rd and 4. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, North Dakota State. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. Northern Illinois takes over as the offense heads to the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Hits inside, it's Johnson. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Fresh set of downs going up top. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. The handoff to Johnson. Down he goes. 3rd and long right here. The give to the back. He's not going to get there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down decision. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Hold it, finds his man on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And how about this young fella? He's slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
Sets his feet, it's Hayes. Going over the top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Punt is on its way. Going to field this one in tight quarters. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Left side is Fowler. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Out wide right, it's Johnson. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Fires to the middle. It's caught. He's brought down, stopped right at the 50-yard line. Timeout called by the Huskies. That's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. At the line of scrimmage, but they won't snap it here. They're going to use the timeout instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to...
Lets it fly. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. Let's start with TCU taking on the number 19 team, the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Horned Frogs, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And that now gets this group to 3 wins, which is nothing to write home about yet. But brick by brick, this staff is starting to build something. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the top 25. Now back to your game in Fargo. So far today, the most dominant player on the field has been that DB. Pass breakups, shutting down one side of the field. He's been a one-man wrecking crew, and he's played a big part in this halftime lead. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
Northern Illinois will kick it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job of delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. The freshman running back being attended to. We hope he's able to get back in the game shortly. Holly Rowe will keep us up to date. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. And here comes the punt team. Slips through the line. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. The run inside. It's Johnson. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground. Second down coming up. They give it to him again. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down. Northern Illinois right back to the line.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
Fresh setter downs going to the air. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. Long way to go on second down. Finds his big tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Still looking. He'll pull it down and run. On the move at the 30. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Northern Illinois back to work after picking up the first down. Looking for an alley. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Quick give. It's Johnson. They put the brakes on him. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. They turn to the passing game on third and short. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
We've already seen the gifts he has, man. You've seen him dance. You've seen him rush, like really good speed. That's what we talk about coming to this football game. Trying to get some negative plays. A better job by the defense there. Being aggressive, getting to him, and getting the sack on that play.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Right down the boulevard. It's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
The returner will field it and bring it back. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. North Dakota State sends the offense out ready to get things rolling on this drive. A rather unproductive series last time, 3 and out, and they'll try to do better this time around. He'll get a fresh set of downs stopped at the 31-yard line. It's first and 10 from the 31. They'll give him 4 on the pickup at 2nd and 6. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Throws to the wideout. Timed that hit perfectly to keep him from making the grab. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Turns it upfield. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Running inside, it's Mitchell. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to establish the run, and he's brought down after a short gain. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to the big tight end. Complete in the middle. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and long here. On play action. Under pressure. Reels it in. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes. Only a pickup of a couple. 3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. They got him, and down he goes. And what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range. The punt team makes its way onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. And it looks as if this one's going to carry into the end zone for a touchback. The Northern Illinois offense ready to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
And they got the completion, but no yards. Now they need to go forward to avoid a 3rd and long. Stop right there. Ton of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Bryant. Makes the grab, down immediately. He picks up a few. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll have to punt for the 4th time today. Looking for room. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Tells the run, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. Takes the easy completion. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of the 3rd quarter. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Moving the pocket, it's Hayes. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
They recovered their own fumble, but now it's 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Going for the big play. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, but no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
Well, this offense is trying to ice the game. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but it's only by 1 possession, so you got to be so careful with your decision-making, and that was not a good one by the quarterback. They now turn it over, and they better hope their defense can play well in this sudden change situation.
The Huskies offense out there and ready to go. What a huge play, what a huge mistake that was with that last interception, and now this offense has a chance late. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Out wide right, it's Thompson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bryant. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. Wants to throw again. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Northern Illinois will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Making his first move. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Here comes the heat. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Long way to go on 2nd down. Sends it back in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hayes. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. And now this offense will try to overcome that second down incompletion. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Right side, it's Thompson. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Huskies in a good spot here with second and short. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. They'll put it in play from the 40 on 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback keep. There he goes. Stop is made at the 22. A 10-yard pickup and a first down just outside the red zone. From the gun, running back on the move.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He'll be brought down inside the 10-yard line at the 9. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And it's good, and he's gotten the lead up to 3 late. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. North Dakota State sends the offense out, ready to get things rolling on this drive. Straight ahead, it's Scott. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Motion from the wideout. They'll run him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Back to throw, it's Hayes. Finds his target, and he's brought down after a nice gain. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out wide right, it's Collins. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. And here comes the punt team. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Guys, we'll see what the plan is for this Northern Illinois offense. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Oh, he's got some space. The defense uses a timeout. That's their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Might as well give it to him again. There's some room. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Trying to save time on defense, they use their second timeout. They've got one timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. The option, the keeper. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. Trying to squeak through the pile. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. 2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back.